Hello, people. I am Jaby Koay, joined by Achara Kirk.
What's up, people?
We're watching Made in Heaven as Season 1, Episode 4. It's called The Price of Love. I apologize in advance for my wildly crazy hair. I'm getting my haircut next week, and so it's just a situation and a half. And so if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut-down version of our reaction because that's the maximum we are allowed to show. If you'd like to watch the entire reaction uncut, head over to patreon.com/Jaby Koay, where you can open up a window of Made in Heaven beside our reaction because we can't actually show you the show in its entirety. We just show you our reaction. You got to open up Made in Heaven. You have to have a subscription to Amazon Prime and all that stuff. So some people go there and get confused and frustrated. So that's why I'm saying all that. I should shut up. If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here at patreon.com/Jaby Koay. Really appreciate you. Here we go. The Price of Love. Oh,
Hope y'all were wearing your seatbelts.
I was like, are we watching an action movie? What's going on?
I know.
Got so confused.
It's not like we watched them back to back, Jaby.
I forgot.
Is he brain dead? He doesn't remember. It's like a soap opera. Okay, I thought he was going to be like disfigured or something. He's in a coma. He's a vegetable. She's never having her baby.
He will be fine, right?
He seems fine. We're just running some tests. We just have to wait. The other passenger, I'm afraid, wasn't quite...
She's dead?
She's the one to take the impact. There's internal hemorrhage.
The other passenger?
She's like, karma's a bitch and then you die.
Ara, he's okay, right?
Faiza's not okay.
Faiza?
She was in the car with him. I didn't know they were together.
Fuck.
Oh, you just wait until you wake up,
can't
husband.
You can't even you can't even yell at anybody.
No.
That's the frustrating thing about this circumstance. It's like you can't even yell at him.
Maybe he just like pinch his breathing tube for like a second. And you're like...
Feels like it was all just made in heaven. These feelings. Such an ironic title now.
That's the point.
That's a bitch.
Yeah.
That's a real bitch to deal with.
Yep. It's like you said, you can't even like yell at him. You can't be like, why? What happened? You just have to wait. But like, is she going to yell at him when he wakes up?
By the time he wakes up, she'll have healed quite significantly now. By the time he wakes up, if he's in a coma or what, I don't know.
I'll be like, I'm taking all your money, dude.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't that be something?
Like, you owe me a baby.
If he like passed away and...
Oh yeah, he's not gonna though. It's almost like her friend got hit with the karma real bad. Why her? Like, why didn't they both get...
He has to live to deal with the consequences.
Maybe.
This is beautiful.
Guys, this doesn't work at all.
It's a wedding, Vishal, not a funeral.
Thanks for reminding me.
I clearly have to, na?
Hey, she just
Yeah.
messaged me on Instagram.
I know, I was like waiting for you to say something.
सारे बैग सेफली ऑफिस ले जाना और एक्चुअली ये कंपनी कार्ड अपने साथ रखो कुछ और लेना हो तो I'll give you a call या बाय
Don't start expensing shit on the card, girl. That's one way to get yourself fired.
We at Global International want our children to have access to the world's best experiences. And a week in Paris, that will really open up their minds. We've got a special discounted rate of just 2 lakhs per child.
Dang. I didn't get to go on field trips like that when I was a kid.
Me neither.
How long have you been with Made in Heaven? From the beginning.
See, I told you she was going to be poached.
No, I guess they must be giving you a big fat paycheck. With your reputation and experience, you shouldn't have to worry about these things. Send me your resume.
I told you so.
भाई हम तो सिंपल गवर्नमेंट सर्विस वाले लोग हैं पढ़ाई लिखाई में ज्यादा ध्यान देते हैं
प्रियंका के बारे में हम तो कहेंगे हमें डॉटर इन लॉ नहीं डॉटर मिल गई है
Oh, she's going to go and do something stupid, isn't she?
The temptation is strong.
Don't do it.
Like a
You're just a
moth to a
simple
flame.
country girl. Dude.
पक्का रिटर्न कर सकते हैं ना
Yes, ma'am. Within 8 days. बस tag मत निकालिएगा, please.
You don't know.
Why take the chance?
She's going to like get a stain on it or something and then she won't be able to return it. It's going to be a big problem.
अच्छा चलो अब पार्टी शुरू होने वाली है
पार्टी नहीं डार्लिंग कॉकटेल ओके कॉकटेल I think this will look amazing on you
She's like, how could she betray me? She helped to make me. She was kind to her. So I imagine, like, coming into this world, not many people were kind to her, I'm sure.
I need to take an advance.
You shouldn't have fucked the groom.
We'll make up for it next month. Now just push the windows.
No, this is not how we'll work. This is not your club. And I don't want to be bankrupt.
देख, एक चीज हो सकती है।
हाँ यार, क्या?
मेरे कजिन की शादी है।
हाँ।
लेकिन लुधियाना में। करेगा?
Yeah, why not? Let's bring it out first.
What's that? It is only one of the largest queer film festivals in the world.
That is true.
No, nothing.
Oh God. Hi there. Hi. Oh God. Where does he? How come there's so many good-looking like gay men in this world? I mean, not just like in the world in general, but like in the world of this movie, like every single guy he's hooking up with is super hot. Uh-oh. I was just extracting a chicken bone from his mouth. Well, if you were broke before, now you're really broke. I bet that put a real dampener on the passion.
Even as a straight dude, I'm not gonna do that in a car, like where people can just be walking by and shit. That's not. I don't know. It's too risky.
It is too risky, yeah. Don't look at.
Let you go home soon. Maybe tomorrow.
Faiza called me to see some property near Neemra.
Stop lying, dude.
I was close by, so I just.
I'm working tonight. A nurse will be with you.
Jazz, you're fired.
Yeah, sure you were.
It's irrelevant. You used our credit card. It's theft.
No, sir, please. I will never do this again.
I'm sorry, Jazz. You'll have to go.
But like, I bet she's gonna do something to redeem herself.
डीजे कह रहा है कि शादी का मुहूर्त का समय खत्म हो जाएगा। ये 12 बहुत टाइम लगा रही है। तुम जाके जरा बात करना, जल्दी लियो।
ठीक है, हमने बात नहीं की। इसका मतलब क्या? ये ऑफर भी नहीं करेंगे। मालूम है यूपी बिहार में एक आईएएस ऑफिसर का क्या रेट है?
Oh my God.
I'm a little bit lost right now.
So they want a dowry. The groom's family wants to get paid. Someone go talk to the groom. That is so messed up. You don't have that conversation on the day of the wedding.
So this is part of the wedding tradition, though, the dowry?
Yeah, traditionally, I think in India, you pay the dowry to the groom's family.
For what?
In Thailand, it's the opposite. You pay the dowry to the bride's family.
For what? Why?
To get married. It's to say, like, I want your son.
So you're purchasing?
So you kind of pay, yeah. Like whether it's in money or like cows or like whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be like, here's the thing. I just imagine that a lot of the time, especially in modern days, that maybe that's less important than it was before. But It seems his parents are super traditional, and also they're government employees, so they don't make a lot of money. And so her family's rich.
Are you sure they're rich?
Yeah.
Why is it so upsetting if they're so well off?
Well, because it wasn't agreed upon.
Right.
That's messed up to just suddenly be like, oh, my son's not marrying your daughter.
Right.
It's not classy. It's not a classy move.
My parents have asked 4 crores dowry from my parents.
He knew about it?
Shall we discuss this later? We need to take affairs.
Affairs can wait. You agreed to this.
The money is for us only, Nabri. How does it matter?
It matters because I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yes.
There will be no affairs.
Wow.
That takes courage.
That does take courage. If you want to marry her, dude, you tell your parents. Take it back, you coward. Well, you can't return the dress now. What you gonna do, girl?
हाई फाई क्या जॉब लग गई मुझे भूल गई हाँ
Oh God. Yeah, that outfit's never getting returned. Oh, now we find out. Oh, he's well into it. Is he? Or is he like, oh, he's well into it. Woo!
All right, then. So,
Wow.
there was some stuff at the end there that was a little bit unsettling.
You know what? I appreciated all the different emotions that were going on in the landlord's face because I felt like maybe I'm projecting, but I could see the shame. I could feel the desire, all the different things that were playing out. And I thought that was like very well acted.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's just that, like, I mean, it's fine. I mean, the movies always get it wrong anyhow. But
what do you mean?
Because I'm uncomfortable with what I'm watching, I start thinking about the technical stuff because my brain has to escape somewhere else.
I'll tell you something afterwards, okay? But let's just say that's totally possible.
Yeah, if you angle it, you have to angle it more. They're not angled enough for that.
They're just pretending.
I know, because movies get it wrong in order to pretend. But, like, there's no way, unless his thing is, like, a foot long, there's no way he's going to do that. I'm sorry, but no, it's just not going to happen.
All right, we don't have to argue.
And then the shame masturbation thing, it's like, who has ever masturbated like that in their life? Ever. Man or woman.
You've never been like, I'm a bad person, but I'm doing it anyway. No? Okay.
No.
Can't relate.
No.
Okay.
That just looked like, I don't know. It looked fun. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, this one was really interesting because it was very outright, had this feminist message, which I liked. It was very empowering.
Very on the nose.
Very on the nose. And just in case you didn't realize, then they had to have the whole narration going on about like, you go girl, you're a feminist and you should stand up for yourself and all that. That was a heartbreaking moment for her. I mean, I could totally see where she was coming from. I mean, more than anything, like, who the hell are you? I thought I knew you.
Mm-hmm. That's how she met him, though. He was with someone else. Like,
no, I'm talking about Priyanka, the girl who was getting married.
Right. That was interesting.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't really understand how that is necessarily chauvinism or feminism. I failed to make that correlation or that connection.
Well, it's tradition, right? And the tradition is rooted in the patriarchy. I mean, I don't know the history exactly, but I think, and I mean, obviously people can correct me if I'm wrong, but that may be a large reason as to why sons are favored in India, why there was a lot of female infant, what is it called, infanticide, because daughters are not favored. Because if you have a lot of daughters, you're going to be having to pay a lot of dowries to get them married. And if you can't afford a dowry that a groom is asking for, then your daughter may not get married to a guy from a good family. Like, it's all business in the end. And like, the fact of the matter is, weddings can often be like a business transaction. You know, it's about property. And now we're tied in this together.
That's how marriage was even conceived.
Well, yeah, exactly. As time has gone on, marriage has become more about love. Priyanka is a really progressive woman. She thought that she was marrying someone who saw her as an equal, someone who genuinely loved her. And here they were doing this simple wedding because his family and he is a government employee. And so they don't earn that much money. And then at the very last minute, she finds out, oh, actually his parents were trying to extort her family and blackmail them into paying this ridiculous dowry. Her parents love her so much that they will agree to it because they want her to be happy. And she's just like, what the? Like, you don't do that.
Right.
That's awful.
Right. No, I agree.
That was some major drama.
It's extortion, basically.
It is.
Yeah.
It is to be like, oh, we're not going to let the groom come in until you pay us 4 crores.
Right.
That's a lot of money. When my sister got married, they did a symbolic dowry. Where it was like, okay, here you go. But I can't remember if like my parents actually returned it or if it was just like fake money or something. It's just tradition. But what does it mean?
I think the circumstance with Tara finding out that Adil was with Faiza was very, very interesting because of what we were talking about, what we mentioned during the show, which is, you know, they're both in a coma. She can't even yell at anybody. She can't get mad. They did a good job of showing her mixed feelings because she loves him, but she's also like betrayed and she's dealing with that. It's a mixed bag of feelings and you sort of taking it all at once and you don't know how to handle it, and you do something possibly irrational, like go and tell the bride about what's actually going on instead of staying out of it, possibly costing yourself money when you're already in, you know, the shitter when it comes to profits.
Yeah, debt.
You know, you're in massive debt. I like that whole thing.
And also the struggle of potentially being the only person, or she was the only person that could save her best friend, knowing her best friend betrayed her, but then also remembering the kindness that she showed. Like I said, it's really cutthroat in that high society world, and everyone is super fake. And when you come in as an outsider, especially as someone who people look down on, who doesn't come from the same status, to come in and then have someone kind of be your guardian angel and to guide you through it and teach you things like, oh no, we don't say party, we say cocktail, and here, let me dress you. Feza basically made her.
Groomed her.
Yeah, she groomed her and she led her into high society, and so she owes her a lot, but on the other hand, it's like she really betrayed her.
Right.
It's a tough position
the person
to
that
be
you
in.
trusted the most.
Yeah.
Yes. That was good writing. That was good drama. It was good acting.
Yeah.
And good direction in terms of letting us into her mind, into her heart, into her feelings of what she's dealing with. And you really felt like you were in the driver's seat of those emotions for those scenes, for those sequences. The whole thing with the dowry and, you know, giving us another thing to chew on and think about. The show is getting to be a little bit preachy for me. I like the idea of having things to discuss and consider and talk about. But if you push it too hard, you end up just pushing away the people you're trying to reach, I think, in the end. Otherwise, you're just preaching to the choir.
Right.
Because
Well, I think most people who watch this show are gonna be people who think progressively anyway, because I think even from just watching the trailer, you can already see that this is a show that's potentially a bit racy, it's a bit edgy. Like you say, it is probably preaching to the choir because the people that are watching this are probably people who already believe everything that they're saying.
I guess I've never been one to subscribe to entertainment that does that, but I can watch that and enjoy it. For some reason, on the left side, when it's super preachy, I'm like, who's going to watch this? This is echo chamber, right? This is just echo chamber entertainment because no one's going to watch this except for people who already subscribe to this information. So it's just reinforcing the beliefs that you already carry.
Right.
And so then I have to like move that aside, but then it keeps pushing back into my face, like with the narration at the end. I'm like, okay, I get it, show. I do like that they brought it up nonetheless. Like, I think that is important to bring up if it is something that Indian society deals with.
Yeah, I mean, and they also talk about the homosexuality thing, like kind of showing how in, I guess, certain circles, it may be okay and it's acceptable and you can be out and open about it. But then on the street, there is still that sense of this is wrong. How dare you? You're dirty.
Yeah, but like, I feel like, I mean, I don't know what India is like in this regard, but in the States, if you're making out with your partner in the car, a straight heterosexual couple, if you're making out with your partner in the car and it looks like it's getting hot and heavy, a cop will knock on your window and have you move on.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't matter gay or straight, they will give you a problem. And so I wonder if India is the same way, where it's like, why are you doing this in the car? Whether you're straight or gay, go somewhere that's hidden and no one can see you or hassle you or give you a hard time or make things embarrassing.
Right.
That's my whole thing. But like, I get the point. I get the message. It's not lost on me. It's spoon-fed. It's hard not to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's giving me a little bit of the Shape of Water vibes, a little bit just on this episode. For those of you who don't know, I do not like Shape of Water at all because it's just so on the nose. The thing with the dress was interesting. What's her name again? That character? Jazz. Like, who is this dude that she went to? Some bad boy that she used to date?
Yeah. So she's just feeling really upset, right? And so she's just trying to fill a void.
Right.
And so she's like, well, if I go see him, it's familiar and hopefully it's gonna like numb her pain or something, but like it never does. It's a bad idea, Bears.
Do you believe her character is that stupid?
Yes.
She already made one mistake with the hotel. She's gonna do it again, like a drug addict?
She's naive. The thing is, she so desperately wants to elevate her status. Just look at her life. It sucks.
Yeah.
Like her parents are poor. Her brother is a drug addict. Nothing is going right for her. And here she is exposed to all the beauty and trappings of high society, and she just so desperately wants to be a part of it. Like, she looks up to Tara. She basically bought an outfit that Tara would wear, not realizing just how stupid that is, because A, you don't do that. That's not your credit card. And B, of course they're going to be checking the transaction. How are you going to explain that?
I get all that. I'm just asking if she would be that dumb.
Yeah.
That's all.
She's super naive.
Okay.
But she means well. That's the thing. Like, she's dumb and inexperienced because she's young and she doesn't understand how the world works, but now she knows.
Yeah.
You know, I do think, though, that there's going to be another episode or something where she's going to save the day. way. Like, she has to. And then, of course, we had the production lady who's going to be poached and she's going to go work at Harmony or something. And then there's going to be like massive drama there.
I think this might be my least favorite episode so far. And it's mainly because the other episodes leading up to this one felt a little bit more contained by design.
Yeah.
Whereas this was like, it was going in a lot of different directions. And maybe that's necessary in order to stitch it together with the overarching story.
I think so.
And so I'm like, all right, I'm not like writing this off completely because like you have to take it as a whole, ultimately. You can't really make a judgment on anything until you've seen all the episodes. And so, but like, I just remember this feeling with like Game of Thrones. And look where that ended up. So I'm getting cautiously optimistic with this. You know, I was going from optimistic to cautiously optimistic. I'm like, okay, we'll see where this goes.
This almost feels like a 5-act structure, Shakespearean tragedy or something, because it feels like the episodes were just ramping up and now we're coming to the climax because it's the middle of the season. There's 9 episodes, right? So we're coming up to like the climax episodes and then it's going to start going down and wrapping up until the final act.
Right.
I wonder what other drama is going to pop up if it is indeed following that kind of like 5-act structure, or if it's going to be like Game of Thrones where like episode 8 is going to be where everything hits the fan and it's going to be like crazy pants.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here at patreon.com/Jaby Koay, and hopefully you enjoyed that reaction. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks so much for hanging out. Please subscribe, hit that bell icon. All notifications, please. Check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I am Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.